Now you can hear us. Welcome, everybody.
We were just giving Adam props. For
Talk
being
about how
so
festive that was. It was pretty much the same thing last year. So
that was so long ago. That was at least 2 years ago. I don't remember that.
That was last year. So welcome to the Literarily Wasted Holiday Hangout. The good news is you didn't have to read anything for this.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just come hang out with us because that's what we're doing. We're drinking some stuff. And Talia is going to sing her special song for you. That, well, I don't know.
But Adam has the mouse, so you have to scroll in time with. Can you do this?
Yeah.
It's like running a
No, I got you.
teleprompter.
I got
Okay.
you. All right, here we go.
Special.
She's got her bell.
Hi, giggles is Tammy too. Mike and Tammy again. Stare and giggle and Kay and Tommy and Tammy. You're not scrolling.
I am scrolling.
Jeff and Kay, Nicole, Hey, Brittany.
Oh my God.
You told me to scroll.
Oh my gosh.
You're ruining this.
Nicole and Bethany, Lisa, Emily, Brandy, Jennifer, Julie, Joe and Cindy and Henry and Joe and Ed, Jan, Philip, Rick.
Okay, now we're into the
Mohawk?
That does no.
This is Mohawk.
Mohawk.
Yeah, Mohawk.
Joe, Judy, Susan, Judy, Jan, and everyone else.
Hey!
Yay, kind of.
Kind of.
It's not my fault. Adam was in charge of the mouse.
Well, I don't know how to scroll.
We're all together.
Yes.
Yay.
I'm saying this is not split screen. It's not weird. I mean, it is weird because we're all crammed on this weird little bench.
But we've all been boosted.
Yeah, we have booster
So
shots.
we're only sharing Christmas cheer.
That's right.
Not cookies.
And
How Adam stole Christmas.
Hey.
Yes.
But,
so we have a fun night of fun planned for you.
we're off to a good start.
Someone already
Which
had
reminds
a bunch
me,
of eggnog
we've
before
gotta
we
have-
started.
It's
Yep.
Elda's fault.
We're going to have a bunch of y'all join. So if you're in group 1, there we go. Just go ahead and click that link that I sent to you in your email, and we'll get you in really quick. But first, let's start out with it's almost 2022.
Oh.
What are what was your favorite book that we've read this year in Literarily Wasted?
Look behind you.
I will start. I will say, in general, this was I didn't like the selections as much, and that's not on. Please don't take that. That's on y'all.
Wow.
No,
What a great way to start the holiday party.
I think I knew Dune already, but I really did like Dune for what it was and set up. But I think the Shadow and Sea and Shadow one was probably my favorite.
That was a really fun one.
Yeah.
That was fun.
See, I'm like the opposite. I'm having a hard time choosing because I liked most everything we read this year. To me, there were only like 2 that were super weak for me. And then there are a few that like kind of waffled in the middle, but I really enjoyed a lot of it. I don't think I could choose an ultimate favorite. Like I enjoyed Six of Crows and Humans and Neverwhere and Solace and Ninja Pirates. And
I think we definitely had the most variety. There was a lot of different stuff this year.
And that is thanks to you.
Yes.
And also you.
Yeah, y'all get credit for that too. Yeah, I loved the Humans, and I loved Of Shadow and Sea and Of Sea and Shadow. I thought that was so much fun. And the Prey of Gods, I really, really enjoyed. I thought this was a strong year. I was really happy with what we read, mostly.
Cindy liked the first one and the last one.
Even though Ghost Tree scared the poo out of me and I never want to read another scary book, I still thought it was really, really interesting. So that's still very much on the list for me too.
My favorite was either The Humans. I'm going to go with a lot of the people. The Humans was one of my favorites, but I'm also going to say The Hike. Jennifer.
The Hike was a weaker one for me.
I liked it. I liked The Hike a lot. It was weird. Who are we waiting on? Oh, Philip's here. Kira's here. There's Alex. All right. Well, let's bring on. You're not here to listen to us, really. You're here to listen to your fellow group members, which we're going to bring on at this time. Introducing Kira. Hi, Kira.
What's up, Flip Fam?
Philip, who is in England.
Oh yeah.
Hey, look at that.
And
Look at that
Alex,
hair.
oh my gosh, Philip, that is awesome what you're wearing. I approve.
Festive.
And Alex is here too. Hi, everybody. Welcome. This is now you get to do all the talking.
And go.
Oh, you're just throwing them in.
Yeah. So how are y'all tonight? What are you? Who are you wearing? And what are you drinking? And introduce yourselves. Kira, we'll start with you.
Sure. I'm Kira. I'm in Colorado. I've been with Literarily Wasted since the second book, Wool.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been a great group. I'm really glad to be here. So it's always good to see you guys. And if my voice sounds a little weird, it's because I kind of lost it a little bit. So.
Every time something cool happens.
Oh,
Philip, how
I'm
about
gonna
you?
take this away from you.
Tell
Sure.
us, introduce yourself.
Sure, I'm Philip
Oh.
Gilfus. I'm in Camberley, England. I was also I was here since book number 1.
Nice.
So it's been really exciting to be a part of this group. I mean, it's been kind of on and off sometimes, so I've probably done like 70% of the books. But it's really a fun group, obviously. So glad to be here. And if I sound funny, it's because it's 1:38 in the morning.
Props to Philip for staying up.
Yeah. And Alex, hey.
Yeah, so I'm in Iowa right now. I've kind of been all over, so luckily you guys were super nice and like put up with shipping all my merch to me because I feel like I changed my address like 5 times, but I'm in Iowa. And then I've been here, I don't know what month it was, but whenever the Toost discussion was, that was my first discussion that I did here, and like I was stuck for the rest of it. So after that I was like, okay, we're sticking with this group.
I'm so sorry.
It's
right,
never
right,
ended.
I guess right before we
It's
interviewed
gone
E. Schwab.
Yeah, it's
right?
gone downhill since then.
Yeah. Just wait. There'll be another typo coming up. It's
Yep.
2022. It's so many typos.
Believe it or not, we used to not mess up. Like we were really, really adamant about like proofreading things and double checking and wanting to come off as really professional. And then when Toost happens, ever since then, it's honestly kind of been like a weight off of our chests because we can just be like, look, we're normal.
We're human.
We're going with the theme here.
Yeah, it's no fun being a perfectionist.
No, which is why we're just not, you know.
Oh,
We're just,
sorry.
Very good.
but we got some we're gonna just play one question. I don't know. This isn't the what?
It wasn't important, but now I feel like I've said too much about it. But also, Alex, one of my best friends, is currently in Iowa as well. And I don't know if you know where Dubuque is, but yay.
She knows where Dubuque is.
Everybody knows where Dubuque is.
Really?
Oh yeah.
It's real close to Chicago, which is in a different state.
It'd be like
I was about to say I don't know that much about Iowa, but like I know that much.
Chicago's not there. It's real close. It's real close.
Okay.
So we just played What's Your Favorite Book of 2021, and everybody was chiming in the comments. We want to hear what your favorite book of 2021 that wasn't part of Literarily Wasted is. We'll start with you, Kira.
Maybe
Pull up my
don't start
Goodreads
with
here.
me. Yeah, I was about to do the same thing. Gotta look back through my
Oh yeah, I read so
reading
much.
challenge. Well, I do add them.
I read a book.
Okay, I did read.
I don't read outside of here.
I did read City of Ghosts by V.E. Schwab. That was really good. Like that was her middle grade series, but she's just such a great author. Like it's so enjoyable regardless. Yeah, that was one of my most recent ones. Also, Mercy says hi. If you remember Mercy from last year,
Hey,
we
buddy.
didn't start off with a hiss this time.
I just waved at your cat like your cat is weird. So, hi.
Philip, what you read?
Yeah, I'm looking at my year in review here. Nothing like was really, really good outside of the book club. I mean, I'm of course I'm still going through my Dresden Files, so I'm on book 5 or 6 now. I think it's the next one up in the queue. And I read a lot of sort of more nonfiction, so there's like some Roman history stuff, and I think right now I sort of have my nerdy library right here, which is obviously probably not as cool as everyone. So I have my boring stuff that I'm learning. So like this is the first book I bought 2 months ago in preparation for my move. So that was it was more informative than good, but still. But I mean, there's also a lot of the book I'm currently reading is maybe getting the title wrong, but it's the Thursday Murder Club.
Yeah, I read that one too.
Did you? Okay, because it's pretty. I mean, it's an English author. It's pretty big here in England. It's like the number. Actually, there's a sequel already. I believe it's already pretty big now. So, but anyway, yes, that's what I've sort of started here.
Okay. I don't know what he's talking, but Jeff Moore is wondering is it worth reading if you listen to all episodes of the podcast? Is it the book that has a podcast associated with it? I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's not City of Ghosts, so it would have to be one of the ones you.
Maybe he's responding to somebody else in the comments.
He might be responding to.
But I put it on there anyway. Alex, what'd you read outside of the book club?
So technically, my favorite one is called Cutting for Stone. It's like nothing like what this book club is, but it was on a list of like books to read before you die, and I read it, had like totally blind, and then by the end of it, I was like, everybody should read this book. So go read it, and then really it wasn't my favorite, but based on how I read it, it should have been my favorite. So I learned about I don't even remember what the series is called now, but the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series.
Yeah.
I started that on a plane. And from the same list, I was like, I'll read this. And then like in the airport, I'm like walking through trying to make my flight like this. Like I like can't I was like, oh my gosh, this is like, what's going to happen? So like, that's probably on there too, just because I ran over people probably like in the airport, like not paying attention where I was going because I couldn't stop reading it. So I would say those two.
That's awesome. Well, I read some books outside.
You did. You read a bunch.
I know. Look at me. Like y'all now.
You have your TBR file.
I read Red Shirts. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Really enjoyed that.
I read that this year too.
One?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, that was really, it was sort of meta, and it was good though.
John Scalzi.
Don't read
the
it.
Old Man's War guy.
Yeah, don't read it when you're watching Star Trek because then it kind of messes with you.
Yeah, we watched.
We were watching Deep Space Nine while I read it, and then I couldn't unsee things.
Which Philip, I gotta look here. What rank are you?
I've worked my way up. I got the 4 pips I'm after.
Oh, Captain Gilfus here.
Yeah.
All right. Where did Lucas go? Where's he going?
I don't know.
He just when you gotta go, you know. Hopefully he muted his microphone.
I took it.
Okay.
Now I have 2 microphones.
Okay. Well, in order to get to everybody, we have some trivia questions.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if you read this part of the email. So I went kind of old school literature trivia. So it's not about literarily wasted. But so here's your trivia question, and whoever gets this right gets to stay on for the next group. Okay.
How are we doing this? Are they just saying it, or are they raising your hand?
That's a good. Yeah. Raise your hand and say your name at the same time. So if I were to buzz in, I'd be like Adam. So we get a visual cue and an audio cue, and whoever gets this right gets to stay on. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, the camera's up here. Are you ready? What is generally seen as the first fiction novel to be published in English? Yeah, if you don't get this, I have multiple choice.
Yes. Oh, multiple choice. I'm going to take that back. Okay.
Okay.
I have a guess if she's after her.
Okay, are you ready? Here are the multiple choices. A, Robinson Crusoe. B, Gulliver's Travels. C, Candide. D, A Tale of Two Cities.
None of those were my guess.
Yeah, none of them.
Dan thinks it was one of last year's questions, and it might have been. Kira.
I'll guess. Candide. Or whatever you said that was.
Incorrect. I'm sorry.
That's French, wasn't it?
Right,
Chair. I knew that one. Oh, man.
I think we should rotate back to Alex. Alex, you get a guess.
Robinson Crusoe or
that
whatever.
Right.
Was that an option? Okay, I forgot what all your options were. Okay, good. Woohoo!
Congratulations. You get to stick on. I've had drink.
It's all good.
His mom made this super. What's it called?
It's
Coquito
Ooh.
is like Puerto Rican eggnog.
And it's delicious.
It's really good.
It sounds really good.
Um,
I'm a little
but,
jealous.
Philip and Kira, thanks for hanging out with us. I know it felt like a short time, but we appreciate you. And please stay and hang out with everybody in the comments section because they look like they're getting pretty lit too.
Unless you have to go
Thanks.
to bed, Philip.
Yeah, unless you have to go to bed. Also,
Kira, you're not allowed to go to bed.
Philip.
You have to stick around.
your costume is awesome. Not costume, your uniform. What am I saying? That's
All right,
we
love
go.
you, Lit fam.
Bye.
Alex, you get to stay on.
Woohoo!
Cindy Krass, it was John Scalzi, wrote Red Shirts.
Yes, John Scalzi.
Oh, yeah.
Scalzi?
The old
Scalzi?
man's ward.
Old man's
Yes,
war.
that guy.
So now we have Bethany waiting in the wings, and I think we're waiting for 2 more people. So we'll give them a chance. Oh, Alex, what's up? Give them a chance to like pop in.
I will entertain with my. Here's
Less
my
than
friends.
us.
There we go. Oh, sorry.
Hey!
There's the friends.
Oh, what are
The
their
promised
names?
appearance.
We need names.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me readjust. So this. Oh, you can't see my finger,
Oh.
but the black one, the black one's Rooster, and the other one is Penny.
No.
And
Oh, the
COVID
puppies.
did Penny dirty with her sweater. It doesn't quite fit like it used to the last couple Christmases. It's a little bit. We're gonna not cough or sneeze with the Christmas sweater because it's a little tight.
Penny, I feel you.
Yeah, I put it on. I was like, ooh, okay.
Right.
No one is judging. We don't judge here.
Yeah.
Because none of my
It's all the
Christmas
same.
unless you're fit either.
We are still waiting for one more person, but I'll go ahead and bring the other two
bring
on.
them in.
Let me introduce you to Bethany.
Hi. Hey.
Hi.
What's up?
And then we've got Amber/Giggles. If you're on YouTube,
Giggles vid. And I always call you Giggles. I'm so sorry. It's
Oh, no,
just
that's
easier when
good.
You're reading fast. Like,
No, I got the nickname Giggles from Twitter, so I'm happy with that.
well, welcome.
Thank you.
Especially for those of you who are new, Bethany. I think you were on with us last year, and it's good to have you
I
back.
was. Thanks. It's super fun.
you look so festive.
Oh, you've got a dog. Ah,
It's a
That
dog
is amazing.
party. Oh my god.
Okay,
He's
Alex,
so
where's
cute.
yours?
Okay, wait, come back.
let's
Everybody.
get all the dogs on here.
Another one.
We
There we go.
Romeo.
No.
Hi, buddy.
Oh,
Is
they're
it-
multiplying.
You're a good
Oh,
boy.
there's so many dogs.
Romeo's angry.
Who's making the
He's
noise?
angry, buddy.
That,
He's a grumpy buddy.
that dog's got some drugs on board.
Oh, good little baby buddy. You see that puppy?
Oh, okay.
This is
Look at
Gus's.
your puppies.
He looks mad, but he's not. He's drunk. He went to the vet this morning to get his teeth cleaned, and now he's just not really
Just done.
present.
Poor baby.
He looks.
Here
Yes.
in spirit.
Yeah.
What a sweetie.
Yeah, I almost fell.
Do you
Well,
want
hey,
to leave?
For the new
I'm
folks,
so sorry.
since we already know who Alex is by now, because she's been around for a long time, Bethany and Amber, introduce yourselves.
I'm Bethany. I'm from Florence, Alabama, and I joined the group at Kill the Farm Boy whenever that was. And that was just so much fun. I had to stick around. It was awesome. And I have 2 chihuahuas and a husband who's being a nerd in his office.
Nice. That can only mean good things.
Definitely. I think he's watching, what's the thing that's on Hulu now about the Matrix? He's doing that.
The Matrix. I don't know this, but I'm gonna have to look into it.
That's because you stay away from the eggnog.
Or maybe it's HBO. I don't know. I never got into the Matrix, but he's into it.
It's fine. The first movie's good. The second 2 are. I don't know about the third one.
The third one makes no sense.
Yeah, and then this new one is the thing now. So
It's definitely a thing, and he's doing the thing.
Philip, who was just on, says we're all in the Matrix.
Ah.
So
And he was in this before, so he's like in the Matrix
All right,
Double
Amber,
Matrix.
Giggles.
I'm
Introduce
such a
yourself.
nervous person. I'm in North Carolina, and I shouldn't have said that. Oh well. I have a dog. I read a lot of classics, and I heard about you guys, Second and Charles, and I love them, so I joined, and I love you guys, so I'm still here.
Yay! Houston Charles.
I just do it once every 15 minutes.
Is Lucas okay? Does he need help?
I don't know. I should probably check my phone.
We're
It's
dropping
not just
like
us.
flies, yeah.
It'll just be me in a second.
Also, you can still hear me in my microphone. That's far over here.
Talia still got her microphone on.
I think so.
Oh, so hey, so let's do another round of questioning here, of interrogations. What is your favorite book of all time? Amber, we'll start with you.
Or if it's too hard a question, what's the book you recommend the most?
I wasn't expecting either of those questions. I got the book that I'm reading right now instead. Okay, so which was the first question you said? My favorite book of all time?
Yep.
Yes.
That's easy. Yeah, I said I like the classics. Jill the Reckless, or Mr. Penumbra's 24-hour bookstore.
Jill
But
the Reckless.
yeah, it's really cool because it's this girl, and I always get the time periods mixed up, but 1930s-ish, and it's not going well in her love life. It's not going well with her money, and then she goes to New York, and her family kind of like disowns her, and she ends up joining the chorus and meeting this guy that she knew way back, and ends up they hit it off, and then the guy she was going to marry, he didn't treat her well, goes away. A whole kind of a classic Boathouse, and then very funny, but more serious than most Boathouses.
Nice.
That sounds like fun.
I'm gonna have to watch this stream later and like write down everything that y'all are saying
Yep.
so I can add it to my list.
I've opened up tabs so far.
Nice, smart.
I think my stomach just gurgled, and I think it was like right next to the microphone. So I'm sorry if everybody heard that.
Oh, I don't know that I could easily pick a favorite or even one that I could recommend over another, but I'm flipping through my Goodreads for this year, and I think the one from this year I've recommended the most was Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell, because I love Shakespeare. I like classics too. Love me some historical fiction or history. And Hamnet was it was so sad, but it was so beautiful. It's just one of the best written books I've ever read. So Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell.
Okay.
That's
Nice.
mine.
Have you read that?
No, I haven't heard of it.
It's beautiful.
Have to look it up.
Never heard of it.
I know. I hadn't heard of Amber's either.
Y'all are stumping Christy. This is
Well, this is a fun new game. Stop the
Alex.
Ooh. All right, mine. This wasn't planned, I promise. But oh shoot, Lonesome Dove, right behind me. I made the thing because it's so awesome. By far best.
Oh, you made that?
movie. I did because we
that's
have a bunch
awesome.
of scrap palettes, so I was like, let's see if this works. If it doesn't, it was free, so I bought a paintbrush and paint, and then we were done. So that's all that it took. But yeah, super great. It's one that like if I am bored and don't feel like investing again, it's like the comfort read of just like, okay, I can scroll this and I know what's happening and
Isn't it a
whatever.
Western?
I'll come back to other books another time. So
Is
definitely
Lonesome Dove a
recommend.
Western?
I think it is.
Yeah, with Robert Duvall.
Oh,
It's a movie too. Well, like a movie.
Yeah.
It was like 4 movies put together.
Oh.
okay. Rub it in, Rebecca.
Oh,
But thanks for stopping by, being over there.
Wow. Yeah. Thanks for even like hopping in.
We have a lot of people saying that Addie LaRue, Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, is like
such
like
a
a good
good
recommendation.
book.
I know.
It's on my TBR.
I know it's right there.
That kind of came out this time last year, right? Because I remember we gave it to a couple people for.
Yeah, it came
Secret
out
Santa, I
last
think.
year.
Yeah, I would attribute the popularity of that book to this book club, seeing as how she pitched it on our live Q&A, and that's
Oh, yeah.
probably where everybody heard of it.
Definitely. Definitely.
Still waiting on that thank you note from Beatrice Schwab.
Yeah, you're welcome for all the sales.
We really put her name out there. No one.
Yeah,
knew her
she
before.
wasn't.
Oh,
Nobody knew
right.
who she was until she came on.
I didn't.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
She's not watching.
Please God, don't let her be watching. We were just kidding.
She's like in France. She's in France with her like long cigarette because I just assume she's got some like.
I think she's in the States right now,
She's
actually.
very fancy.
Oh,
she
she
was
back?
in Colorado.
Yeah.
She moved back and like was in Colorado or
We
something.
should have told Kira to yell really loudly.
Invite her over.
Yeah,
Yeah, really.
Odor.
Okay, well, I've got your trivia question, and this should be an easy one for all of you, like classic book people. Okay, and Alex, you can't, since you already answered the last one,
Okay.
you can't answer this. This is just a competition between Amber and Bethany.
I'm bad at trivia.
We need like a showdown
I don't think-
logo. We should Amber
Oh.
versus Bethany.
Merry Christmas, Sophie. Thanks for stopping by. She just popped in.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Okay, so here, are you ready for your trivia question?
I guess.
Ready as I'll get.
Remember when you know the answer, you say your name and do this or this.
I got
Yes.
it.
What is the name of the last book that was written by Jane Austen?
The last written, Sanditon. Bethany,
Maybe.
Sanditon.
Okay, so I think I
Sorry.
need to clarify that.
Yeah, you do need to
I
clarify.
broke the rules.
I'll start this over. Last completed
That she.
Oh,
that was
completed.
that she published.
And you
I
gotta
just read every
I
single
wrote
Jane Austen
rules.
this book year, and I can't remember the single name of them.
I don't know which was last. Buzz, buzz, buzz.
Yeah.
Bethany. um,
Christy got it
Sense and
earlier.
Sensibility. I don't know.
That's what I was gonna guess. Yeah.
That is
Nope.
incorrect. So now that one's been ruled out, Giggles.
My Kindle is right over there. I so want to look. Dude, I could tell you the plot.
I
I
couldn't.
think it's the one with the seaside town, the beach, and the guy who drives the carriage too fast. It just
That was
don't-
Sanditon.
That sounds like
that was
Austen.
Sanditon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, Emma.
Crucible.
No.
You have not named it yet.
Yeah, that's a hint.
Northanger Abbey, Mansfield Park.
Nope. You're
Ooh.
I think there's one left.
There's one left, and I can't.
And it's it.
If you look in the comments, somebody might convince you of the answer.
What else is there?
Isn't that cheating?
Persuasion.
Ah,
Joe got
Oh
it.
yeah! Nice job.
Is that you, Bethany, that got it?
I don't know. I broke all the rules, so.
That's okay. At some point,
She's sitting there like,
there are no
oh.
rules.
No, I promise. I know Jane Austen.
All right, well, Bethany, you get to stick around. But Alex and Giggles, thank you so much for hanging out with us. It's finally good to put faces to names, especially for you, Giggles. We've seen you on the YouTube, like all over
Yeah.
the place. And your comments have made the screen many, many times. And now your face is here. So thank you. And yeah, stick around. And
I will,
hang out in the
totally.
comment section. And we'll see y'all later.
Bye, guys.
Happy holidays.
Yay.
All right,
2 new
Bethany.
victims.
We've got two new victims here.
15 minutes. My time
I
is
kinda-
up.
I
Two to
kinda
three-
looked at
three
the
new
names,
victims,
but I kinda
actually.
wanted to be surprised.
And they're all here. You all know him. You love him. He is Mr. Belvedere's biggest fan, Matt Scalisi.
What an intro. I'm
Uh,
sitting comfortably.
As I'll say, adjust your jingle bells.
And you know her and love her. And she might even be a bigger Ghostbusters fan than me.
Wow.
Leanne.
Wow.
There she is.
Wow.
I love that hat.
You gotta get that hat up in that camera.
Yeah.
Wow, it's even bigger than.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, Leanne, we go way back. We're Alabama Ghostbusters all the way back from the olden times. And then
Went
finally,
from ye olden times. I mean, I was even at your wedding, so
That's
I've
true.
known y'all for a minute.
I don't know enough trivia about you to say that what you liking stuff, but you have a cool name, Kristen Anderson.
Hi.
Yes. Oh, wow, look at that Slimer.
Christmas Slimer.
The Slimer
Nice.
is amazing.
Oh my
Thank you.
God.
I made him
well,
for Halloween.
Well,
You
welcome.
made that?
Shut up.
Wait, you made it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Out of
That's
what?
amazing.
He's made out of modeling foam over pool noodles and styrofoam domes.
That's
Are- do you-
amazing.
We got too many talented
Awesome.
people in this
I
club.
don't want to squirrel off, but like,
Do you take commission?
like, what do you?
I might.
Like, is this a hobby thing or is this something you do?
I'm-
like,
I'm an artist, and so I use Halloween as just a challenge. I have a full-size Demogorgon in my bathtub upstairs. too.
okay, like,
Nice.
Okay,
I mean,
here,
who
let
among
me
us doesn't really?
let me do this again.
Like
Hang
now
on,
we got to
hang
see
on. Hang on,
Demogorgon.
I'm gonna do it again. All right, introducing the person who can make all this really cool stuff like Slimer and a big old Demogorgon. Here's Kristen.
yeah, I'm gonna need my Christmas present. I'm gonna selfishly ask for ones to see more of your art on our page.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be book related. This is the book
I
related.
need a picture of the bathtub Demogorgon in the
Yeah.
group later, please.
I'm not on Facebook.
Demogorgons
but
or GTFO.
Or just you can post it and tag hashtag literally wasted on.
She said she's not on Facebook.
I'm not on Facebook, but I'm on
Instagram.
Instagram. I'm
Ooh,
plot.twist.art
Oh,
on Instagram.
I follow you.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen all your stuff.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
know
if you
who
scroll back
people
far enough,
are.
you can see the Demogorgon.
Not
Nice.
Talk.
Sorry.
Okay, so Dan wants to know, why is Kristen not just hosting this whole event?
That's a good question.
That's fine.
Oh, he's out. They're out.
I have too much fun.
There
with
we
the
go.
mouse.
All right, everybody introduce yourselves.
Yeah,
and
introduce
say
yourselves.
What
Let's-
was your first book with the club?
Yeah, we'll start with Matt.
I'm a day oneer. I've been here since the beginning, although I have missed a couple due to things like work and having anxiety certain times of year, things like that. But I try to keep up, and I also happen to know these folks from before the club started. So
No, that's not true. Think about
the before time.
Leanne, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Leanne. I'm from Birmingham, and I have known Adam and Christy since, like Matt, from the before times. And I've been here since, the first book, Good Omens. And I love the club. I love all of y'all. I love my Lit fam. It's been one of the best things ever in my life. So,
No.
yeah.
Well,
I'm
Kristen,
gonna cry like I cried at Spider-Man.
introduce yourself and plug your
mouth. You don't talk about
Instagram again.
Your Insta, your art.
Plot.twist.art on Instagram. I'm based in Durham, North Carolina, and my first book with y'all was Neverwhere.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Ah.
That was that this year?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it
was, yeah.
February.
So how did you? I'm curious because Matt and Leanne and somewhat Bethany, because she's pretty close to us, don't really count. How did you find Literarily Wasted?
Southern thing, and
Okay.
then I had always been looking for a book group that read the same kind of stuff that I like, and you guys fit the bill.
Sweet.
This is it, right?
I have to show the Demogorgon thing.
Yep, that's it.
To Alex.
That's it.
Yes.
Our teenager is obsessed with Stranger Things. So I
Yeah.
gotta show that to him.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna make a note for later.
Your Instagram's about to blow up.
You know what we need?
Well-
we need like a promote yourself like thread or something. on
Oh,
the
that would be
page.
good.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
because we have so many.
self-promotion.
Use the hashtag literally wasted. I check for all that stuff. So anytime you want to share stuff with us,
But
I
you'll
like
follow.
cheering you.
Literarily plugged.
Yes.
Ah.
Okay, so here's your question.
Sounds
This is
weird.
for everybody.
Corked.
Not all at once.
No.
But what is the book that you have read the most?
Oh.
Oh.
Like repeat reads?
Yeah, like
Mm.
Lucas has
I'm
one.
embarrassed.
No, Bethany, go.
Don't be embarrassed. I have one.
I'm only embarrassed because of my trivia question.
Oh,
It's Pride and Prejudice. Read it over and over.
Oh, well,
Comfort
then you
read.
had no
That's
excuse.
mine too.
Love it.
Is it really?
Never gets old.
It's the one I read the most.
Okay.
Hmm.
Matt, what book have you read the most?
Man, this is tough because I'm such a slow reader historically that I feel bad rereading stuff because I'm like, I have so many things that I need to go and read that I have not even read once yet. I probably the only thing that I know that I've ever even read twice would be the Screw Tape Letters from C.S. Lewis, which is a quick read, a short one, and it's both smart and interesting and about, you know, big ideas, but it's also got like demons and fantasy stuff in it, so it's got a little bit for everybody.
That's
Cool.
a good one.
I'm with you, Matt. I feel the same way with video games now because I can't go back. Just gotta look forward.
I'll rewatch movies though, many times, but not with books.
Yeah, I only watch the same movies over and over again. I don't watch anything new.
That's true.
I mean, come on.
It's the same one movie.
Yeah.
Well, no, and all the James Bond movies.
Yeah. Like,
Please,
there's
send help.
There's a Pluto TV channel
Send
that's
help.
just showing them all like marathoning, and I have just been sitting in front of it for days
constant.
and days. I have a problem. All right, Leanne, what's the book you've read the most?
I'm going to say the Harry Potter series because every time a new book would come out, I would reread the entire series up until that point. And then I have reread the entire series twice after book 7 has come out. Wow. So that way, and I would got to the point where I would keep, like, when it got to book 5, I would keep 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the room with me because we would go to Jason and I would go to the midnight book signings, and not book signings but book releases at Books A Million, and we cosplay Lupin and Tonks. But
oh, cool.
Anyway, so we would go to the book releases, not signings, but releases, and we would stay up all night and all that weekend reading the book out loud. That way we would be on the same page and could discuss it afterwards. So we'd spend the entire weekend reading the book out loud together. And I would be like, wait, I remember this from this book. And I would like flip through and go, oh, look, this is where it was. I already mentioned it. So, yeah.
Can you imagine J.K. Rowling doing a midnight book signing at the Highway 280 Books A Million?
Yeah.
Summit Barnes and Noble. Yeah.
Missed the midnight. Me too.
Yeah.
All right, Kristen.
I missed those. It was real special at the time. So
it was.
That's how I found Harry Potter. I remember. So quick side note. So my friend and I, it was when Prisoner of Azkaban was coming out. We were like late high school or something.
Is that the third one?
And it was really late, and all these kids were at the Books A Million we were at, and we were like, why the heck are all these kids here? It's like 11:30 at night. Like, who are their parents and what's going on? And then they started wheeling these carts of books out, and all these kids were like, and I didn't know. And then I started hearing about Harry Potter. So anyway, I was literally at that happenstance.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say also, just while we're talking about Harry Potter, I really think that Talia has got kind of a Hogwarts professor vibe going on right now.
Well, what professor would she be, Matt?
Answer very carefully. I know where you live.
I think she's for sure involved in the potions department. But she's got a little more together than some of the rest of them. You know.
I think she's more acceptable? Like the kooky professor.
She's like the dean of potions.
I'm gonna push you off this bench
in an endearing, magical way.
No one likes Professor Trelawney.
I don't know any of this.
Dumbledore likes her.
You're the bubbly, like.
I think you've tried to fire Professor Trelawney several times. Is what happened.
Okay, Kristen, what's the book you've read the most?
It's kind of obscure. It's Harpo Marx's autobiography. He's one of the Marx brothers.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. Just the people he used to hang out with, the Algonquin Round Table crowd and Dolly and whatnot. And I just get fascinated each time I read his book.
That does sound fascinating. I would actually read that.
He's the best one.
Yeah.
He's the best Marx brother.
He is the best.
It's a thick book too. He had a lot to say.
So
there's something to be said for. Oh, sorry.
No, you say. I talk too much.
No way. There's something to be said for rereading. Like you catch new stuff every time, no matter how many times you've read it, or it means something new to you. So definitely reread.
So did you say it was Harpo Marx's biography or autobiography?
Autobiography. It's called Harpo Speaks.
Well, hey, that's kind of an interesting.
No wonder he has a lot
Adam's like,
because
"Let
wasn't
me
he
go
a lot
buy
to say?
that."
Wasn't he the silent
Yeah.
Marx brother? So he
Yeah.
finally got to talk. So
Yeah, exactly. And it's like he hung out with Dorothy Parker and all these really just crazy people. And so I learned a lot about literature from that time period just from his book. So I recommend it.
Huh. I'm gonna remember that for me because I'm gonna forget it.
I'm actually. I have a confession. I'm actually rereading a book right now.
What?
I'm
And
using
it's not
this
a book
month.
club book.
It's not a book club book. I am rereading. Well, actually, I'm listening, so it's different.
That's the same.
That counts.
That's the same.
Yeah, I know.
it
But
counts.
for the third time, Ready Player One, I'm listening to it this time.
Mm.
But my other comfort book is called Rapture by John Shirley, and it is a prequel novel to BioShock.
Video game.
Okay.
And it's actually really good. If you like BioShock, read Rapture because it's actually a really good book.
I've read so many Garfield books.
Will you show them?
Now, if we're doing that, I got to revise my pick to Calvin and Hobbes.
Calvin and Hobbes here too.
I have that too. I agree completely with the rereading. Like, so one, yes, and if you're reading a series that is not yet complete, I tend to go back and I'll at least read just the precursor. I might not reread the entire series, but I'll just read the book that was right before it to refresh my memory. But my favorite books, my favorite series, most of them I have read at least 2 or 3 times just because they're your favorites. There's a level of comfort of going back and knowing, that you already enjoyed this and it just brings something like nice. But honestly, the one I think I've read the most,
There's a cat.
I think I've read The Eye of the World.
I knew you were going to say that.
Like
14 times.
a lot. And it was so pivotal. But I will say The Eye of the World, I read it a bunch, but the series in its entirety, I've read the series in its entirety, except for the final book, I think 4 times.
I'm watching Leanne feed her cat treats.
Well, I promised cats, so I shook the treats, and here are the twins. Here are the twins. So,
Puppy.
Can you see your tongue sticking out?
We need
Look
names.
at you.
This is Abby.
What is sweetie?
Hey, Adam.
And
I have an
Leanne, what are
idea
your
for a talk
cats'
show.
names? Well, the ones that we can see.
yeah. Well, right now I've got Oogie Boogie and Sammy
geez.
Hain. These are my
Aw.
twins.
Aww.
If I tried to pick up my cats and bring it on camera, I would injure myself because it's over my max bench. And
She's
2,
a big girl.
she does not want to be. She does not want to be.
cheated.
Do it.
Yeah,
She really does, y'all. Matt has
He's a
this
chomp.
cat. I swear, I know it's probably like 60% fur, but that other 40% is probably still 25 pounds of cat.
It's a bit. Look, I do have to pick her up sometimes, mostly to get her like off of my face while I'm sleeping, and she's incredibly heavy. She's dense.
Yeah, we got big fans of the animals here.
Yeah.
More
Now,
fur babies.
before I got on the video, the cats had never seen this hat before, and they were trying to, and it's got bells on it, and they were trying to eat the hat and eat the lights, and they were on the back of the chair, and they were on the desk, and they were chewing on my head before I was actually caught, on the video. I'm like, well, let me bring them back since they're not trying to eat my face. So.
Aren't pets great?
Okay, well, here's your trivia question for elimination. This is just for Matt, Kristen, and Leanne, since Bethany's been on already. This one's kind of an easy one, especially if you can be a book buff or a movie buff.
But remember, when you know the answer,
Oh.
say your name, or say
This is
beep,
Ginger.
or say who, or say anything you want
Oh, the
while doing this, so that we know. No yelling out the answer.
Okay, are you ready for your question?
Yes. Ready.
What are the names of the 3 Musketeers in the book written by Alexander Dumas?
Oh, I know.
Leanne.
Kristen. Athos, Porthos, and Artemis.
Oh, so close.
Leanne.
What did I miss?
So close.
And D'Artagnan.
Oh, she gave a bonus.
We did get a bonus.
You want a second try one of those names?
Okay, Athos, Porthos, and I've forgotten the third one. If it's not Artemis, I don't remember.
Leanne is next.
Leanne.
It's Athos, Porthos, and Aramis.
Aramis.
And D'Artagnan.
Good job.
If we're going to the fourth musketeer.
Oh, so close.
It's okay. My guess was Charlie Sheen, and then
Brian Adams.
and
Brian Adams.
Chris O'Donnell.
Gerard Depardieu.
Kiefer Sutherland, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Kiefer Sutherland. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Leanne,
Good movie.
you got sorry, Kristen.
Kristen,
That's okay.
Wonderful seeing you.
It was and everybody go follow her on Instagram.
Well, I mean,
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. I'm excited to look at you for an Instagram. I'm a big fan of the Three Musketeers movie, like Talia was saying, but also The Man in the Iron Mask. So I've seen both of those movies a lot.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, Bethany, Matt, and Kristen, thanks for joining us. Plot.twist.art on Instagram. Hang out in the comments, and we'll see y'all later.
Happy holidays.
Oh, you just totally cut Matt off. Matt was like,
There, you say bye. Say bye, Matt.
Yeah, Matt.
Happy hop.
Happy hop. Love you guys.
Love you too, Matt. I promise.
Wait.
Hey, you cut.
Where's Leanne?
No, we gotta.
Adam.
I'm all confused because I've been drinking.
It's the coquito.
That's okay, Adam.
You're welcome.
I like your Ghostbuster sweater, by the way.
Thank you. It's very warm. Okay.
I turned the air off.
Off?
Open a window.
That explains it.
No, the cat.
I am burning up. Okay, so we've got our next group coming up. We're running a little behind, but that's okay. We're going to stay on for the half one. All right, so we've got Donna. Welcome, Donna. You are muted.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks. I do have my shirt that just came in. I'm so excited. Sorry. Tucker, you got to get down. Let's get lit.
Nice.
We've got Literarily Wasted Power Couple, Henry and Kelly Prater.
Hello.
They are matching.
And we've got
Yes,
Mr.
we
Really
are.
Nice Shirt, Anthony Justice.
Why is
Oh.
Merry Christmas, Slit Thumb.
I don't know, Margo. Those are awesome. And Anthony's here wearing the old branded T-shirt with his
Wine.
glass of wine there. Well, welcome, everybody. Leanne's got her tumbler. So introduce yourselves and tell us where you're from, what your first book was, and what you're drinking.
I'm Donna Schuler. I am right now living in Leoma, Tennessee, but we just got a contract on our house. Yay! Yay! And we are moving to Fitzgerald, Georgia.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't, out in the middle of nowhere.
Somewhere in Georgia.
Yeah, southern Georgia now.
Okay.
And it was, what was it, the 100,000
Kingdoms.
Kingdoms? Is that right?
Ah, yes.
Yeah. So.
Oh no, you came in during the Sky Daddy book.
Yeah.
I like the Sky Daddy
so
book.
bummed that I didn't start way before when you read one of my favorite books, Eyes of the Dragon.
Yeah,
that's a good book.
Stephen King fanatic, and when I saw you guys had read that, I was like, oh man.
Yeah, you totally missed out because we're never gonna do another Stephen King.
We might
I
do
think
the
you should.
Gunslinger
We're
at some
never
point.
doing another Stephen King.
There's other.
I mean, we do the
Stephen King books.
Gunslinger.
Yeah,
We
the
could do like a
Gunslinger could
short
work.
story compilation.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the short stories.
There's some
You need to
really
read the
good ones out
Gunslinger
there.
anyways.
Yeah, sound like not it.
No, that's not you.
Don't worry, they could do Stephen King. We'll do Garfield.
You could do the Institute.
I have that one on my shelf. Actually, Matt Scalisi, who was just on, his wife Francesca is the one who recommended it to me, and
It's good. It really is.
it's right there.
It's so
She said,
good.
Won't
she
scare
said
you, I
handle
swear.
that one.
It won't. It
I
won't.
trust
I
her,
would never
so.
lead you wrong. Well, maybe a little.
I
But not
Donna.
really.
Remember you said that.
No
Okay.
zombies. No zombies.
Okay.
All right, Praters. Hello.
Henry and Kelly Prater, we're in Florence, Alabama.
All right.
We came in on the tail end of The Magicians. So the first full one we read was To Kill the Farm Boy.
Nice. It's a fun book.
That was a good book.
And our pets are half asleep now, but just to go ahead and give everybody the shots, we've got Elsa over here.
Elsa the Great Dane.
Aww.
And then we've got Maddie the English Shepherd.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Get it.
Right.
Perfect timing.
Hey, they're paying extra for this. Come on, turn that
I love that this has now become a book and pet club.
Yeah.
Right.
Also,
we're gonna start a whole new
Pecker,
show.
come on.
It's called "Show Me Your Pets," and it's just this
yeah,
format.
that's it. That's a
Yeah.
great.
Do trivia.
When I
I'll show you mine if you show me yours, but it's only about. But it's
We
only
should
about
just have a
half.
pet thread.
Only
That
about
we should
half.
have a pet thread.
Nothing can go wrong there.
Wait, Donna, you got a friend?
Yeah, he jumped up. He's
Aw.
one of my Papillons. He's
Aww.
13 now.
Yeah, I was about to say.
He was sitting here looking up, going, "Mom."
He's got the same face as the same expression when we pick up our dog Gus Gus, and he's like, "Why?"
Well,
Because
he's
he's
running
also
up, and then I
13.
picked him up, and he's like, "What?"
It's kind of big for a papillon, isn't he?
He just looks at. No, he only weighs about 7 pounds.
Okay.
He's just
For all of
fat.
it. All y'all in
He's
Florence,
cute.
just saying.
Just little dogs.
Florence meetup needs to happen. We
It
could go to
does.
Florence.
Yes, it does.
I go
Absolutely.
shopping in Florence all the time.
We've got a lot of Float Town.
Yeah.
We could drive up to Florence.
We drive up to Florence.
Go
Oh, is
Lions.
it north?
Yeah, northeast, northwest, northwest.
That's
Una.
where George
You know,
Lindsay,
listen, Alabama.
George Lindsay, and UNA and
Yeah.
all that.
We got a bunch of Float Towners.
All right, Anthony. Hello.
Hey, my name is Anthony Justice. I live in Simpsonville, South Carolina, and
All right.
I can't remember exactly how or which one it was, but I believe it was either Good Omens or Wool by Hugh Howley that I was here with the group.
Yeah, you've been here a long time.
Nice.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, you've been here a while.
Anthony's OG.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
1 and 2.
Yeah. Cool.
And I
Um,
would show you my cat, but she doesn't
No,
want
I
to
get
be
it.
seen at the
It's a
moment.
cat.
Yeah.
Cats,
I saw your
get
cat
it. Like,
earlier.
You can't.
Okay. So here's
Oh,
here's
now
your
she's
like
mad.
round robin question. What is I'm just coming up with stuff on the spot right now. What is your favorite movie based on a book?
Oh.
Don't say Ready Player One. I'll beat you.
Stop. I want.
Really bad. So bad.
This is Christmas. We don't beat
Joe's is
people
Road
at
Trip.
Christmas.
That's not a book.
That's not a book.
Oh,
That's a tough one.
it is.
Because
I'm
really,
gonna say. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say
No,
Princess
that's fine.
Bride.
That's a good answer.
Princess
You know,
Bride's
I don't.
good.
I don't think I've read the book.
I
I
have
should.
not done.
You don't have to
either.
have. It just has to be
Yeah.
based on.
Oh, it just
book.
has to be. Oh, I do like that
Or-
one. I was gonna say.
Oh.
There she goes. Ash,
Yeah,
please
Alex
tell me that
agrees.
it's not pickles. Hold
Oh
on.
no.
No.
I think Princess Bride is definitely mine as well.
That's a good
I was
answer.
going to say
Albert.
Shaun of the Dead. That's always been mine, but I've realized it wasn't based on a book. That really bummed me out. Gone with the Wind.
All right.
Good, good.
I really do like that one. I'm sorry, Leanne. I went right all over you.
No, actually, I don't. I kind of jumped in. I'm sorry.
Got Howl's Moving Castle. People giving ideas in
I
the
didn't know
comments.
House Moving Castle
That
was
that's
actually
an
a book.
excellent movie.
It is.
Forrest Gump.
Jurassic Park.
I think I have to go with Lord of the
Jurassic
Rings.
Park is a good one.
Lord of the
Lord of
Rings.
1984.
Lord of the Rings, yeah.
Lord of the Rings, 1984. Anthony.
Yep.
You
I
gotta
would
admit,
say
Lord of
World
the
War
Rings.
Z, but the only thing it had in common was the title.
Zombies. Oh my gosh, that movie was the worst ever.
I
Worst.
didn't-
I
did not like
I'm
World War
gonna
II.
see it.
I thought it was boring.
They ruined that movie. Oh, I hated that.
Worst
so much.
movie ever.
Oh, and they also ruined A Wrinkle in Time, I thought.
Oh,
That was
Yeah.
horrible. I love that book. I love that whole series, and it was. And they had
Alex
great
going
actresses.
hard for Lonesome Dove here.
If I could
Yes.
choose something from what we've read, then I would say I've always loved Interview with the Vampire. It's a super cheesy movie, but I've loved it ever since I was in
R.I.P. Anne
ever
Rice.
since I was in high school. And then the book was so boring.
Oh,
Definitely.
You know, I really liked the Good Omens Amazon.
Yes.
That made me like Good Omens better because I was able to kind of.
yeah.
Yeah, I
stayed
struggled
really
with
true
the
to
two styles within the book and the two authors and how they wrote it. And when I saw it, then I was like, oh, okay, I actually do like this. It took me a while to digest it.
Yeah, we can
And-
include TV.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and Tenet and Sheen together are just chef's kiss
Yeah, they're-
perfection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who's ready
I'm
for
sorry,
season
but I
2?
got to put in The Witcher 2 then, because anytime you see Henry Cavill on a horse,
That's fair. Yep.
my husband's out of town all the time. I'm sorry, Henry Cavill.
No, I
Does
agree
he have to
with
be
you.
on a horse? Because I
It's
heard about
Henry
that.
No, he can fly through the sky too.
Yeah,
He wants,
he's a good-looking fella.
Oh, and my husband knows this, so.
He's a huge nerd.
He is.
Games and everything. I love it.
Literally and metaphorically.
He's young enough to be my son.
He's basically the perfect person.
Oh,
if
yeah.
they
Really
make him-
is, yeah.
If they make him James Bond,
Well, guess
then
what?
Christy,
He's
we'll
watching
have to. I'll
tonight,
just leave
everybody.
you for
So
him.
Henry,
Yeah, I'm gonna see him in James Bond.
Yeah, Henry's watching.
Oh.
Oh,
should
we need to
try
put him in the book club.
We should read The Witcher and see if he would come on as a Q&A.
Oh,
Oh
There
my
you
God.
go.
Everybody
Yeah, that would be
vote
amazing.
for Henry. I mean, Witcher.
That would be a second
Technically,
chance, though. Yeah.
The Witcher has
guy.
already been in a book poll and lost.
It's true.
That was early,
Was it?
though.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was really
Yeah, it was way early. The
Y'all
We can
first
put it
year.
back on
Y'all can
because it's a
always-
good book.
It's
Yeah.
really
I've read
good.
that series. It's good. I like
Yeah.
That was pre-Henry. Now we're
It
post-
was pre-Henry.
We
Okay, I'll
could
quit
all like
gushing.
tweet
I'll
him
quit
and say,
gushing.
"Hey, fellow
Yeah.
nerd."
We're post-Henry now, so we can probably get him. He's he's in hiatus maybe, or prepping to
He
be
just
James
finished
Bond.
season 2, so he's probably taking a day off.
He's gaming.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah, he can do a special adventures in reading with us. You know, like
That would work.
Nice.
now we're all
Just
just
gonna
kind of
daydream for a
daydreaming
minute.
about.
Yeah.
Hi, Henry.
And I like
Yeah.
how we're
Yeah.
all, regardless of gender, we're all like nerding out. Oh, Henry
Oh, I
Cavill.
know.
Ah,
He's a man's
No
man
shame.
and a woman's man, and you
Yeah.
know, let's face it. And everybody else is going, "Shut up, Donna."
it's
Yeah, Donna, you're right.
it's true. That'll be the next question. Who's your biggest celebrity crush, and why is it Henry Cavill?
Yeah, let's face it.
Oh wait, can we, Adam? Will you please tell Henry and Kelly the fun fact Southern thing trivia about their sweaters? Because that's what I think of every time I see that.
What?
Do you remember when we did the cake video? The whole reason why your name is Kevin.
Oh yeah.
How much eggnog have you had? I'll tell the story. Okay. So if you don't know, Adam and I do these videos for a channel called It's a Southern Thing.
Go pop
And
up.
one of the first videos where we like really after it launched was this one where we're baking a cake from our grandma's recipe. And up to this point, we have not used each other's names. We have had no names in these videos, or we've had names, but we haven't said them out loud. And so, what was it? You were talking about how the "k" sound is supposedly funnier than anything else. That's why they use it all the time.
I was.
Okay. Well, so we had never had any names before, and there's this part where he's like, "How long are you supposed to bake it?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And he's like, "Well, I don't want to burn the cake." And I'm like, "Nobody wants to burn it, Kevin." And that's the first time he's ever had a name in our It's a Southern Thing videos that we continued with this character. And the whole reason was because of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Yes, it is.
No,
You told me
that
the
is
story.
entirely incorrect.
No, it's
Our
not.
names
You
in the
told me the
script.
story.
Our names in the script were Kevin and Jenny because at the time, Chrissy and I were
Oh,
watching
yeah.
The League, and those were two characters in the TV show The League.
Okay, well, that other time that you drank too much eggnog, you talked about how it was.
That's only been one time.
But that's stuck in her mind.
Wait, Talia, how much eggnog have you had?
Yeah.
I've only had one glass.
That is not your first glass.
No, I
Okay.
you said to start small, so I did.
So as you can see, she does not like this, but you know.
Yeah.
You will face terror.
Is she a snowshoe or Siamese?
She's a mix of both, actually.
I will kill you.
Oh, I love her.
Wait, so what was the National Lampoon's thing that you thought I said?
Because Margot, you said it was. Oh my
It's
God,
Todd
we
and
were
Margot.
named.
What?
We were named.
Yes, Todd and Margot.
in
Yeah.
a script. Oh my God, I don't even. Adam,
Kevin was home alone.
One large eggnog later.
What?
There's not a lot of egg, but there's a lot of nog in there.
Yeah, we were
I don't think
just
there's any
Kevin
egg.
and Jenny
Adam's mom's fault.
because of The League, which is a good show.
It was good.
Okay,
No,
so
no,
here's
no,
your
no,
trivia
no.
question. What were the names Kevin and Diana come from? No, that's not. And it's a southern. It's now just it's a southern thing trivia. Okay, this one is an easy one if you paid attention in school, maybe. Okay, what is the name of the protagonist in Nathaniel Hawthorne's *The Scarlet Letter*?
And it's not Scarlet.
Oh,
Anthony.
Anthony.
Was it Hester Prynne?
Wait, what did you say?
Was it Hester Prynne?
That's close.
That's pretty close.
It's pretty close.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I'll give.
Yeah.
I feel it's okay. Yeah, it's Hester Prynne. With an
Close,
N.
it's close enough.
Yeah, that's close enough.
Close enough.
She's been drinking red wine this
Yay!
whole time.
A round of applause. Way
Thank
to
you,
go,
Mr.
Anthony.
McCullough.
Hey, shout out to our English teacher. Yeah, that's another question. Who's the English? It's Miss Norton. We've already talked
We
about
had
this.
this
Miss Norton is
we had the
awesome.
same English.
Well, Anthony, you get to stick around. Leanne, Donna, and Henry and Kelly, thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thanks for having us.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
thank y'all.
Love y'all.
For wearing
Merry
awesome
Christmas.
Merry
clothes
Christmas,
and
everyone.
showing us your animals and things like that. Stick around. We've got more coming up. There's no commercial break. There's no commercial
No
break.
commercial
Merry
break.
Christmas, y'all.
There's no commercial break in Lit Club.
All right. Thanks, y'all. And
Bye.
then-
Bye.
Bye.
all right, here we go.
Wait, you got rid of
So
Anthony.
I was clicking.
Adam.
There we go.
Can't trust anything Adam says tonight.
All right. So, Anthony, you get to stick around. And while we're waiting on one person who's been very active in the comments section, but is not here,
Looking
Hint,
at
hint.
you.
you know who you are. I was going to try to rhyme, but I got nothing. But Leanne's back in the chat, everybody.
Back in the chat.
Okay.
Welcome back.
We'll bring in our next guest. You know him. You've seen him in the comments. Mr. Dan Lafferty.
Hey.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Dan.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, how are you
Hello.
feeling?
I'm feeling fine.
Good.
I don't know if anyone knows, the rest of the family ended up diagnosed positive after me. So we were on target with my quarantine to have Christmas with my parents as planned, because that would have been my first day out of quarantine, and then the rest of them had to go and catch it, which they apparently were. The way the contagion works, they're quarantining me wasn't going to do any good at all. So I spent like 2 or 3 days alone in the bedroom, away from the decorations, away from the family, away from the tree. And when they got diagnosed, the doctor was like, "Oh, you had no chance. By the time he was tested positive, he was already contagious." So that was fun. So we're in quarantine till like the 28th or something. So, but Susan does not have a sense of taste. That is probably the worst thing to come of this. So hopefully that comes back in time for Christmas dinner. But we feel really good. So
Good.
a lot worse.
Good. Well, our best to everyone.
Yes.
There.
Thanks.
Well, there he is. Now let's bring him in.
Got his, cousin
The
Eddie.
one and only, the Joe.
Hey.
That's what took him so long. He was in the North Pole.
Yeah.
This is a really fun fact trivia moment.
Yes, it is.
Lucas, what is that
That
creature
is
behind
the
him to the
mythical,
left?
the mythical narwhal,
Mm,
invented for the movie Elf.
Just a little fun fact, everyone. Lucas straight up did think that the narwhal was created for the movie The Elf, and it was a glorious moment for me when I realized that he really didn't know it was real.
Yeah, how silly.
It's fine. That honestly happened years ago, and I'm still milking it. It's great.
As well you should.
Yeah, how dare you think that? Okay.
It's a tooth.
Well, Dan and Joe, introduce yourselves. Well, Dan kind of already did, but let's tell us where you're from and where you started with the book club with the book, and yeah.
I live in Florida, the Orlando area. As Joe used to, we knew each other before book club because we went to church together.
Nice.
And I discovered the club by accident. I'm from book 3. Night Circus was my first. We were on vacation. We were camping in Augusta, and wandered into Houston, Charles, and there was a little flyer. Do you know we have a book club? And I was like, hey, Susan, this is online, and it's fantasy books, so I could do this. She's like, yeah, okay, whatever. And so I started with Night Circus and never looked back. So best accidental happenstance to happen.
Yay.
Okay, so forcing them to put signs up for us was a good idea.
That was a good idea.
It worked for me.
Yeah.
Yep. Because we don't even have Second and Charles where I live. Like the closest one is in Gainesville, 2 hours away. And the only reason we were there is my son was camping there for scouts, and the idea of him being that far from home with us nowhere near was terrifying. So we camped in Augusta, and I got her to join though with Vicious. When I started reading Vicious, I said, Susan, you'd like this one. Come on, this is a fun group. And she's always around. She's just quiet. I couldn't get her to come on camera. So.
That's okay.
I do love that.
You want to say then the email newsletters worked?
Yeah.
Marketing, right?
Right.
Joe, did he steal your introduction?
He stole the whole thing. I have nothing to add. No.
He was on the camping trip with me. We walked into the bookstore together.
We were in the same sleeping bag. That's how this is. No, you know, it's kind of crazy. I was in the Orlando area when I first started book club. Actually, just like friends of friends ended up seeing a post from you guys. So I started at the second half of Good Omens. And then during COVID times, moved to Florence, Alabama, which evidently is where like half the club lives. So meetup needs to happen. Just saying. And yeah, glad to be here. It's been good. It's been good times.
We got to do it and meet up, you know?
We had wanted to do something big at Dragon Con last year, but obviously that all happened. So, and then this year happened, and so yeah, we had kind of planned for some of that stuff, but obviously the world kind of broke a little bit. So, I mean, even to the point where when it just all of a sudden we weren't meeting up live and we were doing this remotely. So this is the only second stream in 2 years almost that we've been together.
I think so.
Maybe third.
Yeah, like it's like our Wednesday tradition, and we would like meet at Second and Charles and get dinner and set up,
Shove
and then
pizza in our mouth really
like
fast
walk
before we
around the
started
store
talking
and
about
fart
this.
around while we were waiting for the stream to start, and then all of a sudden it just went, and we were like, how do we do this?
Yeah, we were
in your
live
house and
streaming
in our house.
when everybody found out Tom Hanks had COVID, and then the world shut down.
I will
I'm
say,
just saying, Tooth meetup could happen in person. Could be an option.
Go for it.
Go to Birmingham.
I do
I'll make
feel
the drive.
really, really grateful for the club because we did start this, less than a year before the pandemic started. And I know some of y'all have said it, but it's true for us as well that I honestly the pandemic has been very mentally and emotionally difficult. And I think y'all creating this community for us really has helped so much with that. Like feeling like you are getting this interaction that would have been even harder to get, and or having just like a to-do list sometimes, like being like, oh, I need to read. Like it gives you like, I have to do this. Like I have no choice. I started a book club. I have to read the book. Like, but it forces you to do something, and sometimes you need that. Like, I don't know. It's been really helpful, and I feel like sometimes the timing, maybe the timing was just perfect.
Yeah.
100%.
Works for everybody.
We planned it.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
No, that's never say that again.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do
So,
this for your face.
round robin question. I've not come up with it.
You're just gonna have to wing it.
I'm gonna wing it. Here we go. What
Is or are?
is
Okay.
your least favorite book?
Ever.
Oh, come on.
The book club ever.
You're gonna say the Calcutech one?
That you've either read or tried to read.
You said ever?
So like
Ever, yeah.
Ever.
Not. I mean, it can be part of this book club, but it probably isn't. I mean, let's be honest.
I'm gonna laugh if it is.
I guess for me, this was a couple of years ago. It was a book called Diary of an Oxygen Thief by Anonymous. I honestly hated that book so much that on my trip to Tennessee with my dad and the rest of my family, he nearly caught me throwing the book out the window while driving.
Wait, but did you finish it?
Like, I did finish it when we did reach our cabin in Tennessee. And then after I was done with it, I thought, you know what, when I get back home, I'm selling this to Second and Charles. I hate this book. I really hate it.
I love pawning off.
Like, I even told my friends.
That I don't want.
I even told my friends the joke about how I nearly threw it out the window, and they all laugh every time they hear it. It's like I had the book in my hand, rolled down the window, had my Anthony, why is the window down? You got lucky and threw it in the back seat.
Oh, don't read that one, everybody.
What was the title of it again?
I know, like
Diary of an Oxygen Thief.
Diary of an Oxygen Thief.
That's what I'm gonna start calling people who make me mad.
I kind of want to read these train wrecks.
Stop stealing my oxygen.
Dan, what's the worst book you've ever read? And don't say Hardboiled Wonderland.
I mean, I kind of want to say Ready Player One to mess with Lucas. I kind of want to say Martian Chronicles to mess with
Lucas just died. He died for a second.
I want to say Eye of the World.
Just kick him out, Adam.
No, keep going.
Probably.
And got his podium. Use your soapbox, my friend.
You realize when you do that, the person who got booted just becomes really big on their own screen, and that is like the worst form of punishment. That's worse than get kicked out of the screen.
He made you the whole screen.
Oh, I thought you kicked me out.
No, you're the star of the show, man.
I hate to say this because I don't want to admit being the guy in high school who was like, "Ooh, this movie's popular, so I need to read the book." But Forrest Gump was terrible. I mean, it was just
that's a really bad book.
I've heard bad things about it.
Really terrible, and how anyone got that movie out of that book, like, come on, like two completely different beasts.
Really?
Yeah, I was watching. I think it's The Movies That Made Us about Forrest Gump, and they talk about how like garbage the book was.
Wow.
Well, the movie is.
It was really bad, really bad.
Did
and
you
that was my highly discriminating 17-year-old self reading it, going, "This is garbage." Like, I mean, at that age, I knew it was trash.
Dan, did you read the whole thing?
I did, but it's super short. Like, I think it takes longer to watch the movie than to read the book. It's really short. It didn't take me long, so it wasn't. And that's part of why this question's hard to answer. Because if I hate a book enough, I'm not finishing it.
Yeah.
If it's more than a few hundred pages, it's not worth my time. There's too much I don't have time in this life to read.
Yeah.
To waste time on stuff I'm not enjoying.
It's a good motto.
Yeah.
It's a long motto, but
kind of a long
one.
one. I don't think that would fit on a t-shirt.
Yeah, we could fit
But
it.
you should rewind it and make it at a t-shirt now.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, we can make that fit. Okay, Joe, worst book ever.
I don't know if it's the worst book ever, but it's certainly the worst book for me. Was as much as I love Stephen King, I really don't like it, and I don't
Which
like
one?
it because
Which one?
It.
Oh, Dana's dead.
Let me explain.
I am
That's
not
my
actually going to
answer
hold
to
that
what have
against
you read the most
Joe.
times, actually.
So here's the thing. I read it for the first time when I was in grade school, and it made me pretty afraid of clowns, and I never got over it. I'm still afraid of clowns.
You should be.
If I see a clown in a grocery store parking lot, I'm probably
Run
going to want to
away.
punch it.
No, that's a healthy
Why
fear.
would there be a clown in the grocery
Exactly.
No, but we punch it first and ask questions later.
Yeah.
I'm just shocked that out of 1,100 pages, that's what traumatized a grade school kid the most. There's a lot of stuff to be traumatized in that
Out of
book.
all the things, the clown's the one that stuck.
1,100 pages.
I thought you would.
1,090, but you know.
Yeah, no, I can't. I know.
I've read it 5 times.
About the same length as the Bible and the Lord of the Rings.
Oh gosh, it is.
I read
book.
recently that the whole Wheel of Time is a higher word count than the Bible, which surprised me.
Huh.
It's a lot of words.
It is a lot.
It's a shelf and a half back there. It's 2 cubbies.
Chrissy just relives some trauma.
There's so many.
So
I get like 2 or 3 books in, and then I can't go any further. Like I just get to that point that I go, I need to push forward, and then I just go read something else.
There's
And if you
about
guys will push through, I
800
appreciate it.
There's about 800 named characters, and all of their names are only like 2 letters different from someone else's name. So I used there's a companion novel that's itself this thick, and it's basically just a dictionary.
Encyclopedia, right?
Yeah, for the series. And when I got to the final books, I had to do that because there were some characters that I hadn't seen in like 3,000 pages, and I was like, who was that again? And so I had
Have you been watching the show, Talia?
I have. It is in my queue, and I have not yet started it because I'm scared. So
yes,
I'm really enjoying it, but I've only ever read the first book.
Well, okay. I'm just.
I get it.
I'm just gonna wait.
I get it.
I do want to watch it.
No,
I'm
I
just
get it.
not rushing myself.
We haven't started it either, but we're gonna, and I'm excited.
Yeah.
And
I'm
a little
excited.
scared.
I'm just also scared.
That's why I can't watch
Well, if
movies.
it goes through the book, there'll be like 30-something seasons, so you'll have plenty to catch up.
True.
I just thought of a good question that I should have asked.
I'm not
Wait,
going
can I-
anywhere.
Can I tell
I want a better
which book
question.
I hate though?
You can tell which book you hate.
Sure.
Oh.
What
Okay,
about you?
I have a book that I did not finish, and that's how much I hated it. Because
Oh.
I have read a ton of books that I did not like, but I still finished them because I felt obligated. But this book I tried 3 times, and after the 3rd time, I made it a little bit further than I had the previous 2, and then I closed it and I said, "This is trash," and then I put it back on my bookshelf and I didn't throw it away. But it is J.K. Rowling's The
Casual
You got rid of
vacancy.
it? Casual vacancy?
No,
The
it's over
Tidy
on your
Cute?
other
The
shelf.
Tidy
Okay.
Cute?
The Casual Vacancy.
Worst
I
title
got
ever.
a third into that book and nothing had happened yet. Sorry, I'm still kind of mad about it.
That was going to be my question.
Should
That
have
was-
stayed up her name.
That was going to be my question. It was going to be, what's the book that you've tried to read the most but didn't?
That one.
Couldn't get through.
I tried 3 times
Foundation.
and I never made it past the 3rd.
The Passage for me. I tried
Ulysses.
the Passage 3 times and I could not get through it.
Mine's Foundation.
Foundation's hard.
It is
Looking
hard.
up on the bookshelf to see where it is.
It's like 5 different stories.
A bunch of the other stuff's on the bookshelf.
Chrissy's looking
can't
at her
think of a
1
book that I
star.
haven't-
Gosh, you've read a lot of
haven't
1 stars.
finished.
Oh, I'm very picky.
I'll finish the book.
I tried to get into some of the other Douglas Adams stuff after
Yeah.
Hitchhikers, and that's kind of tough. Like I was able to get through Hitchhikers, but
That's
beyond
unpopular
that,
opinion.
it was
Boo.
pretty tough.
Sorry.
Chrissy's got a bunch of 1-star books.
I don't think I like try to reread, or I don't try to keep reading. Once I like decide not to read it, it's gone and off my list.
Her list is very extensive, by the way. One day we'll have a live stream. Let's go through Christy's list, and that'll take a long
Don't ever
time.
make Christy mad, or she'll put you on the 1-star list.
Yeah, you'll be on the list.
Dan's already on spreadsheet page 4. Watch out.
Well, since y'all are the last group, I can just give you a trivia question for fun.
Oh yeah.
We figured you were scared of our skills. Joe and I
Yeah.
said this is why you put us at the end.
All right,
It's
Sarah.
very that
It's
is
all for
true.
nothing.
That is true. Okay, here we go. What is the best-selling novel of all time? Talia says finger on the nose.
I have a really good hint that
Shot stories.
y'all won't get.
Maybe they will. Best-selling novel. I have a multiple choice of this too, but I'm not going to give it to you yet in the hopes that you can just magically come up with it.
I'll give a guess.
Joe has a guess.
Don Quixote.
That's correct.
Yeah.
What was it? I didn't hear.
Don Quixote.
Really? That's unfortunate.
Wow.
Best-selling book of all time.
What a random
Also,
book to be. So weird.
that's another book that I've tried to read and didn't make it. It's so big.
Same.
And I thought
A Man of La Mancha.
I was going to say the Bible.
It's not a novel, though.
It's still a bestseller.
Stories and it's a book.
It is a bestseller.
it is a bestseller. Yeah.
Sci-fi
So yeah, Don Quixote. I started reading it. I thought it was going to be like way more exciting than it was, because there's like
World famous antagonist is a windmill.
well, you know,
I'm not sure how exciting.
They're pretty imposing. They're very tall.
Have you been to the Netherlands?
Yeah, they are everywhere, and they will get you. They will get you. Those windmills, if you don't attack it with a sword.
Oh yeah.
Were you?
Just
You're
think
from
it
the
could have been
Netherlands,
like
aren't
the
you?
Da Vinci Code. Then you'd have to live with that. Is that what you want?
This was born in the Netherlands.
What?
Under a windmill.
No.
You were birthed by a windmill?
Yes.
Yes.
A child of a windmill?
A stork came and he got stuck on the thing and just.
That's why I am the way I am.
Yeah.
Explains
It
so
was
much.
4 days.
How
before they
important
got
is the story?
Well-rounded person. Okay, that was the trivia that means nothing. You just win the pride of knowing that you got the answer right. Since y'all are the last group, but thank you so much for joining us. It's been so much so much fun having y'all on, and we really are grateful for all of you. So yes, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to another year of Lit Wasted.
Yes. Are we clinking?
And to a better one, too.
Yes, a better year.
2021 was more rough for me than 2020, I think. In some
It was a time. It was a time.
Yeah.
No, you can't have any Serafina. You're a cat.
Oh, you're a cat.
You can't have wine.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks,
we'll see
guys.
y'all later.
Thank you for having me.
Y'all are
Bye.
the best.
Yes.
Go get some sleep.
Bye.
Yeah, get some rest. Feel better, Dan.
Oh, he was saying something. Sorry, I cut you off. What were you saying?
I was saying I'll try to get some sleep. I do have to get up early in the morning for work.
Go to bed.
Well,
Like
go to
super
bed.
early.
Get some rest. Thanks for joining, Anthony.
I will.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you for having me.
Good night.
So that's it for our special guest edition of Literarily Wasted Holiday Hangout. But yeah, we, Talia already said how much of a godsend this book club has been for us. But it's really, again, we say this a lot, because of y'all is the reason why we do this whole thing. So without you, this book club would be nothing. So it would just be us being like, hey, did you? Yeah, Lucas would be
I'd be like, sorry,
out.
If it was just the 4 of us, it would just be the 3 of us.
It would probably just be y'all.
It would just be Christy. The house just fell apart.
Don't know if y'all heard that.
Santa just came down the
Something
chimney.
just fell. Yeah.
Oh man, that scared me.
But for real,
Oh,
thank you so much for being here and for being a part of this and for being so involved in this book club. We love it, and we wish we could give you all Christmas presents, but
I have no idea what it was.
it's okay. We're all just saying we love
We're just
you.
saying how much we love you and how much we appreciate you, and be on the look. What are we reading in January? The Space Between Worlds.
Space Between Worlds.
Yeah, we're starting the year off with a Second Chance book and
Okay.
and maybe
There it is.
Wasn't worth it.
we're gonna.
Yes, it is. Look,
There it
there
is.
it is. Glory.
That's January's book. So things are going to still go. We're still going strong in 2022. Tuesday year. And Tuesday. And we hope to bring even more experiences to you. We don't know what those are going to be, but rest assured we will dream them up and try to execute them.
It might involve Henry Cavill.
Yes, Henry Cavill will be a part of this book club next year. But so stay tuned, and if y'all have ideas, pitch them to us and whatever. We're open.
Shoot us an email, literarillywasted@gmail.com. You can go visit our website, new website, literarillywasted.club, and drop us your email there just so we've got it. And we still have some merch available. Obviously, you will not get it in time for the holidays, but it is still available, and I would love it out of my office.
Yep.
That would be a nice Christmas present. But yeah, and more different merch next year too. And like Adam said, new experiences. We don't know what they are and how our schedules are. We do this for fun. And,
we'll make
some hang out with you guys. So
we'll make some resolutions. Like we've always been saying, like it would be cool to get some more authors on to do some Q&As. So maybe we'll renew that effort and just see. We'll just see what happens.
Hey, you know what? This was a big year. We wrote a book as a book club.
We did write a book. We might write another one.
And we might and we had our biggest and most amount of merch that we've ever had available for everyone.
Yeah.
So I mean it was a big year.
Big year.
I'm very proud of what we accomplished, and we are toying around with some other content ideas.
Oh yeah.
I'd love to see
whatever we do next year, it's gonna be fun because we're all just gonna do it together and figure it out.
Yeah.
It's always fun.
So thank you again, and I hope you have the merriest of Christmases, the happiest of holidays. If you're still getting those Secret Santa gifts in, post them.
I posted mine today.
And go on to the
Elfster, go on Elfster
and mark it as received if you've gotten it and didn't post anything about it, just so that I can stop worrying.
You can mark it as received, and you can also if you sent it, you can mark it as sent. So mark it as sent if you send it. Mark it as sent or received, either way.
And don't forget to write your name in your secrets. I realized that. I didn't sign my name to my Secret Santa. And luckily, Katie posted something. And
I didn't either.
Oh, sorry, that was me.
I'll email you if it was me. But anyway, thank you so much. And I'm going to go finish off this Puerto Rican eggnog.
Thank you, Elda.
Yes.
Thank you, Mom.
It's so good.
You're the best. And bye, everybody. Wave vigorously. It's what it says right there. It says wave vigorously.